All right, guys, we're recording.
Hi, Maria. So sorry I couldn't find it.
Okay, no problem. I just hit record. We're going to start now. We don't have too many people on with us, but this is our Thursday night Coach Basics call on October 20th. And ladies, you are halfway there already. How exciting, huh? Can you believe it? I'm pretty excited. This has been fun. I feel like I'm getting to know you guys. It's really exciting to do this with you guys. So this past week, I think it was a very pivotal week because we really got into some pretty major topics. Those topics that really have a lot of impact on your business and on your interactions with your customers. I want to start using the calls now to hear more from you guys instead of just Maria and I talking. So I'm going to talk very briefly, and then I really want to hear your voice, and I want to hear some of what you have to say. So what we covered this week, we talked about confidence, starting up conversations with people, inviting to your challenge groups, handling objections, like specifically price objections, because that's like a biggie. We get that all the time, right? And then effectively posting on your page, on your social pages. So those are really super important topics. I think one of the biggest areas that we all have to work on, Maria and I including, constantly working on our confidence. You know, it takes a while to really build up and feel like you're on top of the world, and that, you know what, no one can touch you, and you know you're just gonna jump in and do everything that you possibly can to move your business along. So it's tough sometimes because we do hit bumps in the road. And, you know, with life, that's the same way, you know, same as coaching. You're going to hit little bumps in the road, and you just have to know that every bump you hit, as you push through it, you do get stronger and your confidence does raise. So always remember that. Don't let something throw you off and just completely kill your confidence, because we are faced with those things so that we can push ourselves up and rise up a little higher than where we were yesterday. You know, just think of it that way. It's a really important for you to grasp that. In terms of confidence, you know, with specific things, always push yourself outside your comfort zone. If you don't push outside your comfort zone, you're never going to raise that confidence level, because you're always going to stay in that one place that you're really comfortable in. So when I say push outside your comfort zone, that's with everything. With your posts, share a little, get a little deeper with what you're sharing. Get out there and show your stuff. You know what? Maybe get on a live video. You know what? Why not? Even if it's for 30 seconds, start getting yourself to do things that you wouldn't normally do. Let people see more of you than just your posts. Let them hear your voice. Let them hear your passion. That's really important. That's made a huge difference in my business. Getting up and getting out on live videos. I do at least 3 a week, and it's always something different. It doesn't always have to be about fitness. So think about that in terms of increasing your confidence. And then talk about your small scale victories. You know what? You're on the same journey, and you're trying to share your journey and show where you are and all the different little milestones that you're achieving. As you share those things, you naturally will build confidence. So just keep doing what you're doing and plug along. All right, inviting to your challenge group. So that's probably been one of those areas that is probably the toughest, right? When you have to throw that invite out. And it's scary, right? I know it's scary, because you know what? We get scared too. You have to sort of remember that you're not there to necessarily sell them on a product. You're there to share how the programs and what you do has changed your life and how it can change someone else's life. So if you try to remember the heart of what you're doing as you're inviting, the fear and the icky feeling will lessen. And the more you do it, and the more you really speak from the heart, the more much easier it's going to get. You're just going to start coming out and just inviting people. It's going to become natural for you. Okay, so with that being said, I don't want to do too much more talking because we do have to get on 9 o'clock. We have 20 minutes. So I'd like to hear from everyone tonight. So let's go around the Zoom call here. And let's talk about your invites. Talk to me, either tell me something good that happened to your invite, or maybe where you might be stumped and need some help. If you've heard some objections, what objections you've heard, how you might have handled them, or if you need help handling them. All right, so give that some thought.
Okay, I don't know if I'm the only one getting crickets, but I'm getting crickets. I keep, like, I made my first challenge for 5 days. I had a group of 9 people. Only 1 participated, and when it was time to, almost finish the group, she said, well, if I'm honest with you, I am not interested in the Shakeology because I am doing, I think it was Herbalife.
Okay.
That kind of killed me. I was like, but let me show you. I sent her a video anyways. I didn't get discouraged. I kind of like chopped it up and went with the flow. But still, like, she's now, again, I invited her to our, now it's a group Spanish challenge group that we started on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we started a new challenge group in Spanish, which is called Siéntate en Toma Agua, which is you have to do squats and drink water. And she got excited about that one too. So I add her, like, any opportunity I got, even though she's doing the Herbalife, I'm like throwing it out there. Like, look at this. This is fun. Like, and other than that, I hear crickets. Like, nobody else is
so
actually wanting to.
With this particular person, she may just be committed right now to that. That's okay. What I would do is continue to show value, follow up with her, and just say hello. Keep forming. Make sure she's seeing what you're doing as you're consistently posting. So remember now, I think if you don't already know, as you engage with other people's posts on their page, they will see your posts more often in their feed. So just make sure that you're commenting and liking their things so that when you're posting, she's constantly seeing you. And sometimes it takes time for someone to change their mind or accept what you're talking about. I have some customers that have taken over a year to get, but they're watching me and they see what I do. So just remember that. So just keep them on the back burner and just keep moving on. You have to separate yourself from that because it's going to happen no matter what you do. And it's not you. It's just going to happen. So keep moving on, keep forming, keep inviting more people to your network, keep building up your friends, and just keep going. That's it. Everyone gets crickets. Everyone, I still get crickets. So it's not us. And they're watching. They're not ready. Just remember, it's just not their time yet. Okay? All right. So who wants to go next? Kristen?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I just finished up my water group. I had 27 people in it, but only like 7 participated.
That happens all the time.
Okay. Now I've invited, I think I actually sent out 15 invites to my challenge group, but I only have about 10 that said yes, and then some people that I'm waiting for. It's another free group though. I don't feel like I have enough people yet to do a closed group yet, like a paid group yet. So I don't know what your opinion was on that, because I don't think I'd have enough people yet.
Honestly, Kristen, you can do a closed group with 2 people.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then maybe I'll do that.
You would just give them more love. That's all, because there will be less people. Don't let
Fair
that
enough.
throw you off. Don't let that throw you off.
Okay.
And honestly, I just continue to invite. And once someone comes on, you don't have to start them at the beginning of a paid group. You can put them right into your group where they are, and you just give them some extra love to get them, up to speed and feeling good. And then they'll just continue on with the group.
Okay. I do have one person that I added to the group that I'm in now, probably a month ago. And she just kind of watched for a long, long, long time. And then 2 days ago, she started posting in the group, and she said she's going to message me. She wants to get a program. So I'm waiting.
That's great.
I messaged her this morning, and she said she was on her way to work. So I'm hoping that maybe she'll contact me this weekend. And then my sister-in-law, she's all ready to go. She just has to wait for her husband to let her spend the money. She just Energized and the food containers for 21 Day Fix. And she's using my DVDs right now. Well, she waits.
You're showing value. You're providing value. You're showing them that you're not there to get a sale. That's
Right.
That'll go a long way.
Okay. Well, she's loving it. She's doing awesome. Her and her mom both did the 3-day quick fix. And then they're who I had my little mini shake and share with. And they both fell in love with chocolate vegan. So Shauna is going to do a challenge pack with Pio, but she said she has to let it blow over first with her hubby because she just spent a bunch of money on other things too. And then she wants to do that. So I'm pretty confident that she'll do it. And her mom is having a hard time with the cost of the shakes. So, I've talked to her about it, about, the kind of think of it as if you had to buy everything for breakfast, that type of thing. And she goes, no, I totally hear ya. She's just trying to find it in her budget right now and make room for it. But she loved the chocolate vegan, and she hasn't been able to find a shake that she liked yet. So this is a good thing. I think she'll come around. And then a current customer of mine ordered she already had Shakeology from a previous coach way back when. She was assigned a coach in the very beginning when she signed up for Shakeology a year ago. But that coach never contacted her. So we put in a coach transfer form. But she wants to buy Cordy Force. She's so excited about it. So I'm hoping that when she does that, she's going to do the challenge pack. I'm going to talk to her about it then too. She just placed an order with the Shake Boost supplements to go in her shakes, and she got weighted gloves. So she's pretty pumped too. So I have some things in the pipeline. And then I posted about it, but I got my first discount coach, which was exciting.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
I need one more.
You'll get there.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I was excited.
I only have one too. I need one more.
Now, doesn't that give you that boost of confidence? Right there, yeah, I can do it.
It did.
That's it. You got it. Now
myself, I don't want to call them business hours, but I find that if I don't set aside time throughout the day that I'm managing Facebook and stuff, I'm constantly on my phone, and I feel like it's pulling me away from my family. So
yeah, you do have to somehow figure out how you're going to do that. It's very easy.
Yeah.
Easy to do.
At certain periods of the day.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's easy, but it's not so easy for me. I'm attached to my phone.
Yeah.
Because I want to get those people going. I want to get that extra. I want to get to Emerald. So I'm every single beat, I'm on my phone. Okay.
All right.
Even in the middle of class, I'm wait.
All right, Katie, want to talk a little bit? We can't hear you. There you go.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Okay. So I jumped on a little bit late, but I'm assuming you guys are talking about how it's going with inviting and getting everyone in our challenge groups.
Yeah, and if you're hearing any objections or you're stumped on anything.
Well, I was doing well. My invites were going, and at first I had brought it up the other day in response to the our topic for the day in Coach Basics, how I was posting and inviting to a free challenge group, an open one, and then I had my one-on-one with my upline, and she was like, yeah, she's like, the free ones are great. She's like, but on the 24th we're gonna do the 21-day fix paid one, and that was only like a week and a half out. So I went and I put a post up, and my invites from there on, I started gearing towards that. And that's when I started getting pushback. And it was like, well, what, I was sending videos. So one girl, we were going back and forth, and I had been easing in with her a lot, and I didn't want to push it. So I was like, oh, we're going to have the challenge group coming up, where I had wished it was still just going to be the free open one. And she was into it. And then when I was like, yeah, this one's geared for 21-day fix, do you know about it? And she didn't. So she was excited. I sent her a video, and I haven't heard anything back. So I think when she found out how much it cost, or that it was like money, because at first it was challenge groups, everything was free. And then I think it was that throwing in there. So then I had one-on-one with my upline yesterday. And she's like, oh, we're going to have another free open group November 1st. And I'm like, okay, so where am I going here? Am I inviting to the closed one, or should I just back off from that now and go back to inviting just the free one and get people on board that way?
Okay, I think you need to determine who you're talking to. So if you're talking to someone that you're close to, or that you know pretty well, or that you're very conversational with already,
right,
then go for it and invite them to your group. If you feel like you can naturally get that discussion going without feeling icky. For people that you haven't connected with before, if you go right at them like that,
exactly,
it could go either way. So you might find someone that's like, yeah, great, but then you might find someone that just completely is thrown off by that.
Right, right.
It's about building relationships. It's just the way.
Yeah, and that's what scared me a lot when all of a sudden she's like, no, the challenge group we have coming up is a closed one. I was like instantly like, oh no, I didn't know we were doing a closed paid one already. Felt like I'm not ready for it. So I put my post up, and I kind of like let it go at that a little bit. And then I was like, I have to be inviting. But I was trying to find, that was the first thing I did. I was inviting to people that I knew, that already knew that I was a Beachbody coach and doing this, and like, okay, let me ask you first.
Right.
But it was then when I reached out of those people that I was like, I would rather have them in a free one first and work from there. Okay. So I think from that, like since our conversation yesterday, I went back to, let me just go with the free group. I do have one girl actually going in the paid group, but she already has the program. Her coach isn't very active. So she hasn't been in a challenge group in a long time. And she loved the focus challenge group. She's like, I like the ones that are for a program. And she hasn't been on track with it. She wants to get back on track. So I told her, I'm like, you're more than welcome to join my challenge group. And I checked with my upline that was okay. I wasn't like stepping on another coach's toes or anything. And she was like, no, she's more than welcome to come in the challenge group if she's not running one or her coach isn't doing anything. So I figured I would ease in with her from there as far as Shakeology and all that, if she has the whole pack going or not. So I figure once we get in and she starts doing a group with us, I can take it from there and see if she wants to transfer from her coach now, and see how that goes.
Okay, and then sometimes what we also do, if there's someone that, you're just not sure, you're sort of teetering where, should I invite them to the paid group? If you approach it if you craft your words in a way where you're not feeling icky, like sometimes I will take that chance and I will message people, because obviously you want to, you need to get so many invites out. And if you haven't been forming enough, or you can then convert them, you do have to sort of start to speed up those invites a little just to get, your business.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes what I'll do is I'll say, hey, Amanda, I hope you don't mind me messaging you like this, but I am planning this awesome group that will be 21 days of healthy eating and exercise. I thought you would love it, or I thought you may be interested in it.
Right.
I would love to tell you a little bit more if that's piques your interest. Would you like to hear more about it?
Yeah.
You can just do something very basic like that, and then
Yeah.
sometimes that does work.
Yeah, because that's how a couple of the ones that I was talking to, and I had been back and forth with posts with them all the time with their fitness stuff and everything, and that's how we got talking. And I was comfortable enough private messaging them, but kept it very light and very like, hey, I got this challenge group. And if it was an open one, a free one, it would have been so much more easier. But I was so careful with my wording because it was a paid one. And that's when I felt, she was all excited and everything. And then it was, does it cost anything? So then was when I had to really be careful and was like, well, the group is free. It's just the support and I'm your coach and all this. I was like, it's the 21-day fixed program. Have you ever heard of it? Are you familiar? And she was like, no, I'm not. And that's when I was like, okay, let me send you a video so you can check it out and everything. She was like, okay, that would be great. And then I heard nothing. So I'm assuming that's when she realized like, oh, I have to buy this. Never mind.
Can I ask you something? What video did you send her?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What video did you send her?
When you go into the Coach Online office, it's got the videos for all the different programs. So I sent her the 21-day fixed program.
Okay, the problem I'm having with that video is that it's kind of like selfie, and is the problem I'm having is like it's not giving you more detail about the program. It's more like an infomercial, like selling it.
Okay. I could see that.
And a lot of people be like, I don't have money for that. Or I can't pay for that right now. And stuff like that. That's just my
Katie,
my
can
side.
you hear me?
I'm not saying that's what happened to you.
Yes, Anais, I can agree with you. Katie, just
Yeah.
a little feedback on what has worked for me. I do really use the GoPro book a lot because it logs down the follow-up. So before you actually send that video, I think you did great following those steps and, and answering like, well, I've never heard about, 21-day fix. So, but before you send the video, I would say, if I send you, would you watch? So you say, if I, would you? So use that for everything that you do when you're forming with people.
Okay.
If I send you this video, would you watch? And then they'll say, of course, or you could even be specific. If I send you this, would you watch it tonight or tomorrow?
Yeah, because that opens up for the follow-up for like, okay.
No, but if they say yes, right, so it's almost like that back and forth conversation. So usually people say, sure, or of course, or yes. So then you ask again, when do you think you can watch so I can follow up with you?
Right.
And again, because then you're getting a yes, then you're getting another confirmation, and then you're going to follow up with them. So then it doesn't feel awkward because they said yes to you a couple of times. So once you ask that second question, when do you think you have time to watch it? I usually say it's only 3 minutes long, or it's 5 minutes long, or depending on what video you send, they'll usually say, well, I can watch it tonight. So then I say, so it's okay with you if I follow up with you tomorrow? I have 3 slots. And then I give them what works for me. So I say, I can call you at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., or after the kids go to bed at 9. Oh, you know what? 9 would be great. Okay, send me your number, and I'll call you at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
So then you get a follow-up, you get an appointment, you get their phone number. And that, ever since I started doing that, it worked charms for me. But it's hard, right? It's uncomfortable to be asking all these questions, but then you also send the message that this is your business, that you take it seriously, and that you are following up with them, right? So then the key also is that you write it in your calendar and make sure you call them at that time. You know, because then they're like, oh wow, she's gonna call me. I better watch it. You know, I better watch it tonight, like I told her. You know. So I hope that helps.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh wait, does Maria know she's muted?
Oh, I don't know.
No, there
There
you are.
she is.
Okay, so now we have like a minute and a half left. Is there anything specific that anyone wants to throw out there really quick? Any quick question or comment that we can field in another minute? Okay. All right. Well, if you think of anything, or if you want to discuss anything via the group, just post it in today's or tomorrow's posting, and then we'll cover it as best as we can. All right. Well, this was great. I really appreciate everyone talking. Most everyone talking tonight. Gary, I know
Yes. Kudos to all of you that came on tonight, guys. You guys are doing great.
Good meeting, ladies. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.